This video goes over 7.2 and 7.3 assignments in Schoology. So if you follow the number of swoops in each angle here, M has 1, so it corresponds to U. So that would be this one, angle U. N has 2 swoops, similar to V, so this would be angle V. Side MN is between 1 and 2 swoops, similar to side UV. MP is between the 1 swoop and the unlabeled one, which is the same thing as UW. I guess that's a U and that's a V if that's unclear. So the same idea applies to this one. HJ is congruent to AB. Well, I suppose if I'd use the similar symbol as I intended to, the answer would be yes here. They are proportional, which is true. That's probably what I meant. Sorry if I used the wrong symbol and confused you. Here's the next problem, similarity ratio between these two triangles. So 45 over 30, if we divide the top and the bottom by 15, we get the lowest common form, which is 3 over 2. Here we can write this as 10 over 15, and if we similarly divide by 5, we end up with 2 over 3, and that's our answer, 2/3. So for this problem, you have to figure out the missing angles, and that'll help you match up specific sides. So that'll give you this proportion that 28 is to 32, as 35 is to 40, as 21 is to 24, because you're matching up between, for example, the 90 and the 37, or between the 90 and the 53. And if you divide these by, I guess 4, you'll end up with 7/8. If you divide this one by 5, you'll end up with 7/8, and if you divide this one by 3, you'll end up with 7/8. So the similarity ratio is the same between all of them. And then the only thing you have left to do is match up RSQ versus the order. So we already said that RS, 28, corresponded with ZU, 32. So that means that A here is going to be the best answer. Question 6, upon further review, has a couple mistakes in it, actually. If you look at 18 compared to 24 and 36 compared to 54, they are not proportional. And we can also note that A, B, C, D should actually match up with M, J, K, L. So this order here was wrong. But if you were looking at the diagram, it's this one on the left here, AD, that would match up with this one on the right here, ML. So sorry about that. The good news is that we averaged 0.91, so though it was written in a confusing way, we figured it out. For number 7, we're solving for x, so we can say that 4 is to x plus 3 as 3 is to 2x minus 4. And this involves some cross multiplication, so we end up with 4 times the quantity 2x minus 4 is equal to 3 times the quantity x plus 3. I distribute to each term inside of the parentheses, and this gives me that 8x minus 16 is equal to 3x plus 9. So if I subtract 3x from both sides, I get 5x minus 16 is equal to 9. Then I'll add 16, so I get 5x. 5x is 25. I got a low battery notification there. So x is equal to 5. This next one, a similar story. MN matches up with XY, and then MP here matches up with XZ, so x plus 5 is to 30, in the same way that 4x minus 10 is to 75. I can cross multiply from here. 75 times x plus 5 is equal to 30 times 4x minus 10. Whenever there's a quantity, I just keep it inside the parentheses. I distribute, so I have 75x plus 375 is equal to 120x minus 300. So I'm going to subtract 75x from both sides. This leaves me with 45x over here. I'll add 300 to both sides. I have 675 over here. If I take 675 divided by 45, I get that x is equal to 15, which is the answer. So unfortunately the drawing cut off in this PDF that I made, but it was there for you, I hope. So we can see that 8.4 is to 4.8 in the same way that y is to 14.4. We cross multiply. 14.4 times 8.4 is 120.96 is equal to 4.8y. So we take 120.96, we divide that by 4.8, y is equal to 25.2. C is going to be our answer. So here's the diagram that was cut off. Notice that CGL is similar to MPS. So if they want to know PS, that's 2 and 3. So I'm going to compare that to GL. So that's the 20 here. So 20 is to PS, and then our ratio is 5/2. So I cross multiply, and I get that 40 is equal to 5 times whatever PS is. We can just call that X if we wanted to. So when I divide both sides by 5, I get that 8 is equal to PS. So F is my answer. So jumping into 7.3 then, if I subtract from 180, I can figure out the missing angles. There are 47 degrees here and 81 degrees here. Since 2 of the angles are the same, that means all 3 are, so this is angle, angle. Since this is 90 degrees here by a linear pair, so is this, so 2 of the angles are equal, which means all 3 are. Angle, angle proves that they are similar. If I look at the side lengths here, I have 6 is to 12, as 10 is to 20, as 8 is to 16. So this is side, side, side. The ratios of all 3 are the same. It's proportional. They are similar. So with this one, 8 plus 4 is going to give me a total length of 12 there. So in between this angle, I have 6 and I have 12. And in between that same angle on the other side, I have 4 and I have 8. So I'm going to put a 4 is to 6 as 8 is to 12. And look at that. They are proportional. So this one is going to be side, angle, side. If you remember, angle, side, angle isn't really one of the shortcuts. Angle A is shared by both triangles, so already we're at angle, angle. So if we pay attention to what the triangles are for this one, KLM is this larger triangle actually. It's not just like 1 and 2, it's the other 2. And KNL is this one here. Which means that angle K is shared by both triangles here. So if we consider this side MK as 9, which is 5 plus 4, and we compare that to the other side, 6, we have 6 is to 9 as 4 is to 6. And we have the same ratio between this angle here. So this is side, angle, side. For question 7, the side lengths are all the same for both, so this is definitely side, side, side. They are proportional. So I'm comparing the short distance 3 to the longer distance 3 plus x. The short distance 4 to the long distance x plus 5. So I set it up and cross multiply. So this is 3 times x plus 5 is equal to 4 times 3 plus x. I distribute. I have 3x plus 15 is equal to 12 plus 4x. So I'll move all the x's to the right, and I'll move 12 to the left, and I get that x is equal to 3. In this one down here, I am comparing, well, a variety of different things I could do with this one, but let's just start with this side here, EG, and let's say that I compare that to HG. So I have 2x minus 2 over 15, and I set this equal to x plus 9 on this side and 20 on that side. If I was to cross multiply, I'd get 20 times 2x minus 2 is equal to 15 times x plus 9. 40x minus 40 is equal to 15x plus 135. If I move the x's to the left, I have 25. If I move the 40 to the right, I have 175. If I divide things out, I have 7. Now, why did I choose how to match those up? Well, I visualized if I rotated this figure here, which sides would match up. I could have labeled this better by giving you an actual similarity statement that would have made things easier. So your diagram, which got cut off, had these two triangles, Q, P, U, and then there's this overlapping part, PQR. That was an R down there. And we had a U over here, a V over here, and a T up here. So we want to know TU. And we did know there was a 60 over here. So 60 is to x. We'll put an x here. In the same way that we had 40, 60, and 20. So my drawing was not exactly to scale, but that's all right. In the PQR triangle, we had 60 plus 40, so that was 100. And in the other triangle, we had 60 plus 20, so that was 80. So if I look at the pattern here, it's 80% of that, so I see it's going to be 48. I could also cross multiply and get 4,800 is equal to 100x and divide by 100, and I get 48 is equal to x. Both of those methods work.